Have you ever dreamed of being ridiculously wealthy? Of having so much money you wouldn't even know how to spend it all? What if I told you there's a method that promises exactly that, just by changing the way you think? Sounds too good to be true, right? Stick with me though, because we're about to dive into something that could completely transform your life. Today we're talking about Neville Goddard's law of assumption, a powerful concept that suggests you can literally think your way into wealth until it becomes real. I know what you're probably thinking. Oh, here we go with another one of those impossible promises. But let me ask you this, what if it is possible? What if the key to unlocking unimaginable riches is already inside your mind, just waiting to be used? Think about it for a moment. How many times have you looked at your bank account and felt that sinking feeling in your stomach? How many nights have you spent stressing over bills, debts, or dreaming of a better life? Now imagine there's a way out, and it starts within you. What is the law of assumption? The law of assumption, created and widely taught by Neville Goddard, is simple yet revolutionary. What you assume to be true in your mind becomes your reality. It might sound magical, but this idea is deeply connected to how the human mind works. According to Neville, our deepest beliefs are like seeds planted in the fertile soil of our imagination. Over time, these seeds grow and shape the world around us. What sets the law of assumption apart from other popular ideas like positive thinking is its focus. It's not about repeating empty affirmations or trying to feel good. It's about assuming that what you desire is already real and living from that certainty. The law of assumption asks you to believe in the outcome before you see any evidence of it in the physical world. Think about it. How often do our automatic beliefs determine how we act? If you believe that money is hard to come by, your decisions, attitudes, and even your energy align with that belief. You might pass up opportunities, procrastinate on projects, or even spend impulsively because deep down you don't believe financial stability is possible for you. It's like driving with the parking brake on without even realizing it. Here's a fascinating detail. Neuroscience confirms that the human brain doesn't clearly distinguish between what's real and what's vividly imagined. When you picture something in detail, feeling the steering wheel of a new car, seeing a positive bank balance, or hearing applause after achieving a goal, your brain responds as if it's already happening. This process doesn't just change your thoughts. It activates new neural connections that can guide your actions and decisions in the real world. The law of assumption invites you to reprogram your beliefs. If you can deeply believe in an outcome and behave as if it's already true, your reality begins to shape itself around that belief. It's more than positive thinking. It's a structural shift in how you interact with the world. Now that we understand the foundation of this idea, a question arises: why do so many people remain stuck in their current reality? Let's explore that next. Why your current reality is holding you back. Take a moment to pause and look around you. What do you see? Maybe there are bills on the table waiting to be paid, a bank balance that's lower than you'd like, or a financial life that doesn't reflect your dreams. Now ask yourself, how does that make you feel? Anxious, frustrated, or even resigned? This is the trap of your current reality. From a young age, we're taught to see it to believe it. We trust what our eyes tell us and base decisions on what's tangible. But when it comes to creating a life of wealth and abundance, this logic can betray us. Focusing on your current reality reinforces the same beliefs and emotions that keep you stuck. If you're frustrated by a lack of money, you're likely to think things like, "I never have enough," or "I'm terrible with finances." These thoughts create negative emotions, which in turn shape your actions. Maybe you avoid looking at your finances, hesitate to pursue new opportunities, or spend without planning because deep down you don't believe things can improve. And so the cycle repeats. Here's another thing. The more you focus on what you lack, whether it's money, time, or opportunities, the more power you give to that scarcity. It's like watering a plant. What you nurture with your thoughts will grow. By constantly looking at what you don't have, you create a self-fulfilling prophecy. For example, someone who believes they're bad with money might avoid learning about finances or planning their spending, reinforcing that belief. On the other hand, someone who assumes they're excellent with money will act differently, researching, investing in financial education, and making smarter decisions. What changed? The initial belief. But there's good news. Your current reality is only a reflection of your past beliefs and actions. You're not stuck with it unless you choose to be. The key to breaking free from this mental prison is to shift your focus. Instead of dwelling on what you don't have, imagine what you want as if it's already yours. The reality you see now isn't permanent. It's flexible, malleable, and most importantly, temporary. To change it, you need to tap into something powerful and universally available: your imagination. And that's exactly what we'll talk about next. Imagination as a tool for transformation. Now that we understand how your current reality can limit you, let's talk about the secret to escaping this trap: your imagination. If you think imagination is something reserved for children or daydreamers, it's time to shift that perspective. Imagination is one of the most powerful tools you have for transforming your life. According to Neville Goddard, imagination isn't just a pastime, it's the means through which you create your future. He referred to it as the womb of creation. Whatever you create internally, in images, sensations, and emotions, has the power to manifest in the physical world. Here's the science behind it. When you vividly imagine something, your brain reacts as if it's real. Think about how your heart races when you imagine something scary, or how you feel a wave of excitement when picturing something joyful. The same applies to imagining a life of wealth with clarity and detail. Your brain begins to build new neural connections, aligning your actions and posture with this imagined reality. Let's try a quick exercise. Picture yourself already living your dream financial life. Close your eyes for a moment and visualize it. What does your home look like? How do you feel when you wake up? What does your day look like? Who's around you? Make this scene as vivid as possible. Hear the sounds, feel the textures, and see the details. When done consistently, this simple practice starts to reshape how you think and act. Why does this work? Because your subconscious mind can't distinguish between what's real and what's vividly imagined. When you embrace the feeling of your desired reality, your brain starts aligning your actions to achieve it. You become more aware of opportunities, more confident in your choices, and more inclined to make decisions that match your vision. For example, if you want to increase your income, don't focus on the lack. Instead, visualize receiving job offers, having lucrative ideas, or closing deals. Over time, these mental images begin to feel natural, and you start acting as if these opportunities are inevitable. This creates a ripple effect. More confidence leads to better actions, which lead to greater results. Imagination is limitless, but it's important to remember, dreaming alone isn't enough. You need to feel. Emotion is the fuel that brings your vision to life. Feeling wealthy, confident, and fulfilled internally is what draws these experiences externally. Now that you understand how to use imagination as a tool, let's explore practical steps to incorporate the law of assumption into your daily life. How to apply the law of assumption to attract wealth. Now that you understand the transformative power of the law of assumption, let's dive into how to apply it to create the financial life you desire. Here's a simple yet powerful step-by-step guide to help you align your mind with a reality of abundance. Step 1. Choose your desired reality. First, you need to know exactly what you want. Be specific. It's not enough to say, "I want to be rich." Ask yourself, how much money do you want? What will your life look like when you achieve that? Where will you live? What will you do with your wealth? The more detailed you are, the clearer your focus will be. Think of it this way: instead of imagining having more money, visualize a specific balance in your bank account, like $10 million. Picture yourself living in your dream home or driving the car you've always wanted. These vivid images help direct your mind toward your goal. Step 2. Create your mental movie. Now that you know what you want, it's time to turn it into a mental movie. Close your eyes and craft a scene in your imagination where you're already living this reality. See yourself waking up in your dream home, sipping coffee on the balcony, and feeling the breeze on your face. Imagine checking your bank account and seeing that dream number. Engage all your senses. What do you see, hear, and feel? The key is to make this vision so real and exciting that it feels inevitable. Step 3. Feel as if it's already real. This is the most crucial part. It's not enough to simply visualize your dream life. You must feel as though it's already true. How would you feel if you were already wealthy? Confident? Peaceful? Grateful? Allow yourself to experience those emotions now, as if your reality has already changed. If this feels challenging at first, start small. Maybe imagining millions in the bank feels too distant, but picturing a small financial win, like receiving a bonus or paying off a debt, feels more attainable. As you practice, it'll become easier to embody larger feelings of abundance. Step 4. Act as if you're already wealthy. Now that you feel wealthy, ask yourself, how would a wealthy person behave? What choices would they make? This doesn't mean spending money you don't have, but rather adopting the mindset of abundance. For example, wealthy people often invest in themselves. They seek knowledge, explore opportunities, and carry themselves with confidence. Start acting with this energy. Dedicate time to learning about finances, look for ways to increase your income, and connect with people who share your vision for success. Step 5. Practice consistently. The law of assumption is a habit. It's not about visualizing once and expecting miracles. Set aside a few minutes each day to imagine and feel your desired reality. Early in the morning or right before bed are especially powerful times, as your mind is more receptive during these moments. Be patient. Change starts internally before it shows up externally. You may notice small shifts at first, new ideas, unexpected opportunities, or subtle changes in your energy. Over time, these shifts compound and you'll begin to see your life aligning with your vision. Common challenges. Many people give up because they don't see immediate results. Remember, transformation starts on the inside before it's visible on the outside. And what about doubt? It's normal, but you can overcome it by reaffirming your vision and reconnecting with the feeling of your desired reality. By following these steps, you'll begin to reprogram your mind and actions. And that brings us to an important point: how consistent practice of this law has already transformed the lives of others. Let's explore some real and inspiring success stories next. Inspiring success stories. Now let's take a look at real-life examples of people who transformed their lives by applying the law of assumption. These stories demonstrate that this practice isn't just theoretical. It can create tangible, life-changing results. Sarah's story: from financial stress to stability. Sarah was a single mom working 2 jobs to support her kids. Her nights were filled with worry over overdue bills and the constant feeling that money was never enough. One day, she stumbled across the law of assumption. While skeptical at first, she decided to give it a shot. Every night before bed, Sarah spent 10 minutes imagining a life of financial stability. She visualized a positive bank balance, felt the peace of paying her bills with ease, and pictured taking her kids on trips she'd previously only dreamed of. For weeks, nothing seemed to change, but Sarah stayed consistent. Over time, she noticed her anxiety decreasing, and she began to feel more open to new ideas. One day, she came across a job opening in a field she had always wanted to work in but previously thought was out of her league. Encouraged by her practice, she applied and got the job. Within months, her income had doubled, and she finally achieved the stability she had been imagining. Mike's story: from a stagnant job to entrepreneurial success. Mike had always dreamed of owning his own business but felt stuck in a monotonous job that offered no growth. He believed he lacked the financial resources or connections to start his venture. When he learned about the law of assumption, he decided to apply it to his dream. Every day, Mike imagined himself as a successful business owner. He pictured signing contracts with major clients, seeing his business profits grow, and feeling the freedom of being his own boss. He practiced this so consistently that he began to act as if success was inevitable. Soon, Mike came up with a simple, low-cost business idea. He started working on it while still employed, and over time, it grew to the point where he could leave his job entirely. 2 years later, his business was thriving, earning far more than he ever did at his previous job. Lessons learned. These stories show that the law of assumption isn't a magical formula for instant riches, but a consistent practice that transforms your mindset and opens doors you may have never noticed. Sarah and Mike both practiced daily, even when they saw no immediate results. They understood that true change begins within, adjusting their beliefs and emotions before taking external action. An essential takeaway from these stories is that opportunities often appear in unexpected ways. Sarah found a job she hadn't considered before, and Mike's idea started small but became life-changing. By maintaining focus on their desired realities, they allowed the universe to deliver results beyond what they initially imagined. Their journeys remind us that persistence and faith in your vision are key. Even when the external world hasn't yet caught up to your internal transformation, staying aligned with your mindset of abundance will guide you toward the life you want. Now that we've seen how the law of assumption works in practice, let's address one of the biggest hurdles in the process: overcoming doubts and internal challenges that might pull you off track. Overcoming doubts and challenges. Even with all the excitement and dedication to the law of assumption, it's completely natural for doubts to creep in. After all, most of us have spent years, maybe our entire lives, believing that money is hard to come by, that we need to struggle to succeed, or that we can only trust what we see. These old beliefs can show up as little whispers in your mind. Does this really work? What if nothing changes? The first step to overcoming doubt is to understand it. Doubts don't mean you're failing, they're just your subconscious clinging to familiar patterns. When you try to adopt a new belief like, "I am rich and prosperous," your brain might initially resist. That resistance is simply a reflection of old conditioning, not proof that the law of assumption isn't working. When doubt arises, don't fight it with force. Instead, acknowledge it. Okay, I feel this doubt, but I don't have to believe it. Simply noticing and accepting the doubt can lessen its grip on you. Remember, you have control over what you choose to focus on. Another powerful way to handle doubt is to redirect your attention to moments when you've already achieved something that seemed difficult or impossible. Reflect on past successes, even small ones, and use them as proof that you're capable of creating change. This helps rebuild your confidence and weakens the hold of resistance. Focusing on positive feelings and gratitude is also essential. Sometimes we become so fixated on the goal that we forget to appreciate what we already have. Gratitude not only boosts your emotional state but also creates a stronger vibrational foundation for attracting what you want. If your imagined reality feels too far out of reach, consider adjusting your mental scenes to something that feels more believable right now. For instance, instead of visualizing millions of dollars immediately, picture a comfortable bank balance or the satisfaction of paying off a debt. As your confidence grows, you can expand your visualizations. Inspired action is another excellent way to silence doubt. When you take small steps toward your vision, you signal to your subconscious that you're committed to your new reality. This could mean learning about finances, seeking growth opportunities, or creating a plan to achieve your goals. Remember, doubts are not your enemy, they're opportunities to reinforce your new mindset. Each time you choose your vision of wealth over uncertainty, you strengthen your connection to the reality you want to create. Persisting through this process is like building a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it becomes. Now that we've explored how to overcome internal challenges, let's bring everything full circle and discuss how the law of assumption can completely transform not just your financial reality, but your entire life. Everything we've discussed, from the importance of breaking free from your current reality to using imagination as a tool and taking practical steps to apply this law, points to one powerful truth: wealth begins in the mind. The law of assumption isn't about denying what's in front of you but believing in the possibility of something greater and aligning your energy with that vision. It doesn't matter where you're starting from today, whether you're dealing with debts, a limited income, or simply a desire to grow. The starting point for transformation lies in what you choose to assume is true in your mind. Perhaps the most profound realization is that this practice extends beyond money. When you shift your beliefs and embrace a mindset of abundance, you also become more confident, resilient, and capable of creating meaningful connections. True wealth isn't just in the numbers, it's in the freedom, peace, and ability to make a positive impact on the world around you. So now it's your turn. Choose one aspect of your financial life that you want to transform. Create a vivid, detailed image of it in your mind. Feel it as if it's already real. And most importantly, stay consistent. Change might not happen overnight, but it will become inevitable if you remain aligned with your vision. Remember, every great millionaire or financially successful person started exactly where you are now, with a dream and the courage to believe in it. The difference lies in the choices you make from this moment forward. If you found this content valuable, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with someone who might benefit from it. And don't forget to leave a comment below sharing your experiences and questions. Your journey to a life of abundance is just beginning, and I'd love to hear how you're applying these concepts. The future you desire already exists in your mind. Now, it's up to you to live that truth and watch as your external reality aligns with it. The wealth you seek is waiting for you. Are you ready to claim it? If you're tired of just surviving, struggling to get through each day without ever truly feeling alive, the next step in your journey is waiting for you. In the video, stop just surviving and start creating. Activate creator mode now. You'll discover how to unlock the power already within you to transform your reality. It's time to stop living on autopilot and take control as the creator of your own life. Click now to watch and learn the tools that will pull you out of survival mode and take you into a state of true creation and abundance. Your transformation starts here.